everyone, welcome to the Outlet Podcast vlogs here on YouTube. My name's Gazy, I'm the host of the Outlet Podcast. I do a number of vlogs, and like this week I probably put up like 12 vlog entries in like 4 days. I'm trying to do a lot of uploads. I don't know why, it's becoming easier and easier to upload here on YouTube, and I recently discovered that I can do some great video on Periscope. Now, I have neglected Periscope for a while, but up till right now, I can go on Twitter, do a quick Periscope video, and I can upload it so fast. So, everything that I do is linked in the description below. All you gotta do is just find me on Periscope, on Twitter at Outlet Podcast, and every other form of social media, except Snapchat, Instagram, because I'm not necessarily the most photogenic, and I don't take a lot of pictures unless it's like a really good picture opportunity with people that I love or food that I like to eat or something. So today, on today's episode, this vlog entry, it's all about procrastination, comic books, and music. So I am wasting a lot of time, and I know I should be studying for my finals. I am going to tell you what grade I get. Trust me. I really hope it's a good grade too for my general biology. I've been procrastinating, pushing it off, and like right now, after I just did this, I'm going to my local library, or my school's local library to study. On the way, before I get there though, gotta show you some purchases that I made. Now, like I said, I'm a huge comic book fan, and I've been buying a lot of comic books. I am so happy, so super pleased with Spider-Man, and I love everything Spider-Man. There was a period that I didn't buy any Spider-Man comics, and that was because that was during their the Zodiac saga, the Zodiac villain that came around. He was kind of garbage. I did not like that. I didn't like that killer. I didn't like that villain for Peter Parker. The artwork went weird, and I just stopped following Spider-Man at that period. But I think I got number 2. Renew Your Vows. This is like an Elseworlds story. Here you still see Peter Parker, and you still see Mary Jane. They're still together. I have not read it. Yeah, like I haven't read it yet. I am going to read it, but I'm a huge fan of Spidey with Mary Jane. My heart of hearts I love Peter Parker with Gwen Stacy, but I didn't grow up during that era. So for Peter Parker, I was just talking to the comic book store guy about it. I was just talking to him about it. If according to new revelations in the Clone Conspiracy, a great Marvel event. If you like comic book events, listen. Nightfall DC. The Killing Joke, not The Killing Joke. A Death in the Family, DC. Here, Clones in Marvel, you got the Civil War. Get Clone Conspiracy. It's a great. It's like 3-4 issues in. The Clone Conspiracy and Spider-Man. This is going to resolve all the Clone Conspiracies back then with your crazy Ben Rileys and all these other weird villains and weird clones that came out. With the Jackal involved. Get Clone Conspiracy. You're gonna love it. My next comic. There is a new Green Lantern. Well, he wanted to be a Green Lantern, and this guy worked really hard to be a Green Lantern, but the ring didn't choose him. And now he got his hands or his finger on a new ring, and it has some devastatingly evil powers. So, get your latest Green Lanterns, issue 12. Your Green Lanterns. Because I think her name is Jennifer or Jessica. I always mess up. Hold on. It is... can't get her name. I can't find her name. Can't find her name. Darn. I think it's Jessica. Pardon me, guys. Pardon me. Because they're really great. I like Hal Jordan and all, but these two characters are great Green Lanterns, and I like them more than Hal Jordan, personally. Next issue is Superman Action Comics. There are two new, I guess, villains that came out, and they got Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor has always been trying to be Superman, and now with the help of a cosmic cube, he has certain powers, and XYZ and all that occurrence. There is still a mysterious Superman, and there's still like Clark Kent and Superman. It's a weird little occurrence that's going on. I need to get gas. There's a weird little occurrence going on because there's Superman and Clark Kent. So I don't know what DC's going to do with that, but it's pretty cool. And last but not least, this will have spoilers. So if you are a fan of Inhumans and X-Men, you haven't read The Death of X, then please connect and recharge. Find me on my various forms of social media. 3, 2, 1. Okay, in this newest Inhumans versus X-Men, in the newest one, the stuff hits the fan. All right, because in The Death of X, we see that Cyclops has been dead. He was dead since he got he inhaled the floating cloud that's transforming the what is it? I forget what it's called. There's a cloud that the Inhumans that like gives birth to more Inhumans, or people who have the Inhuman gene within them. It gives birth to them, and it kills mutants. So Cyclops breathed that stuff in, and now he's dead. I don't know how to feel about that. Apparently, in the all-new X-Men, there's a Cyclops-type character boy. He's a young kid-looking thing. I don't know what to say completely. I never saw him as a leader. The movies really messed Cyclops up for me. I know the hierarchy of X-Men in leadership roles is kind of, it's, well, Professor X, Cyclops, Storm. Now 2 of the 3 are gone. I never saw Wolverine. I loved Wolverine. Everyone does. I never saw him as a leader because he lacks the amount of diplomacy. Yeah, he's all about action with his sink, 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 or at least just one sink. Anyways, or skinked. Anyways, I haven't read this one yet, so I don't know what to expect. If it's going to be good or not, or if it's just going to be a talkie. It's issue number 1, so there should be stuff that's like in the works right now, or things should be in movement. I mean, Scott Summers is dead. I don't know if Cable's going to come in or who's going to come in, but this is pretty exciting. Apart from that, you guys, since I'm like, I got to make my way to a gas station, and then I got to start studying, like binge studying. I went to my local music and art store. I prefer to go to Guitar Center or Sam Ash, prefer in that order. But my friend at church, he lent me his 24 gauge 4th string, the G string on the guitar. You can make your jokes. He lent me the string, so I went ahead and hold on. I went ahead and got him the spare string. I prefer, as a guitarist, for my electric and my acoustic guitars, I prefer using Dunlop style guitar picks. These are nylon standards, 73 millimeters. They feel great. They allow for, they bend really well. They bend really, really well. So when you're strumming on either, it sounds really good. Doing picking patterns, if you just apply a little bit of pressure to the bumps in where you can actually hold the pick, you add a little bit of pressure and it goes really stiff. So that's pretty cool. Got that. Now I was watching a YouTuber. He was talking about guitarists what a guitar should have in an emergency kit. So I went ahead and I found this bad boy. This is a Guitar Pro Winder, but it's not only a Pro Winder up here, but it also, you can also clip the strings when you're done winding them. And this is a bridge pin puller for acoustic guitars. And I have an acoustic guitar. If you guys check out my playlist where I do acoustic sessions, yeah, you can listen to some of the stuff I do. And last but not least, the guy was trying to sell me on different gauges worth of strings. I don't like putting on, if it's not a part of a set, I don't like to put it on. I pop one string, I change them all, and then I keep those strings just in case. It has to, like, I like to use 9s, nickel wound Diodaros on my American Fender Strat. I like to. It has to be 9 gauge because I feel that that's what it came on. That's what the guitar came with, and it sounded great, so I don't want to alter the sound. He sold me on these like premium strings, these NYXLs. We'll see what they do, but I'm not gonna figure out how they sound until I pop strings. And I do have acid fingers, so that might happen sooner than later. So those are the 3 things that I've been doing: procrastinating, comic book shopping, and preparing a good musical guitarist gig bag, or road gig bag, or whatever. So that's all I've been doing. I gotta go get some gas and study for my final. I really want this to be my last vlog so I can have a focus towards my final. That's pretty much it. Thank you guys for liking, subscribing, and sharing. I appreciate your friendship and your subscribing to the channel. My name is Gazy, host of the Outlet Podcast. Connect and recharge.